Chase race number 4 at Talladega for the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series. Looking live at the race for the lead. Our telecast today presented by Pennzoil. We are just past the 200-mile mark of this race, and Jeff Gordon is out in front. Reminder that later on tonight, the final eliminations of the Auto Plus NHRA Nationals from Reading, Pennsylvania, 7 o'clock Eastern Time on ESPN2. And then next weekend, a prime time doubleheader. The Nationwide Series presented by GoDaddy.com from Charlotte on Friday night at 7 Eastern on ESPN. And the Bank of America 500 on ABC next Saturday, also at 7 Eastern Time. Jamie McMurray in the 1. Drafting to the inside of Jeff Gordon, trying to get out in front. You'll see that Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Kyle Busch have both been overtaken by the lead pack. They're a lap down, and critical to those drivers' hopes if a caution were to come out. That orange car almost involved in bringing out a caution there. Joey Logano is the first car 1 lap down, and the guy in position to get the free pass.
Yeah, he's getting ready to be on the tail end of the lead lap if he can make this pass. Logano with damage from that first caution. That accident, got hit in the right side, right front fender. They've repaired that, and it looks like that car is fast. They just need a break.
We've seen that here lately at Talladega, a place where aerodynamics seem to be so important, but guys with torn up race cars jump back in the draft, and they're competitive.
Yeah, we'll have to see if he's able to get out front here. Can he stay there with that damaged race car? I always found it difficult. If you had some damage, you could make your way in the middle and getting some help, but what happens when you get out front and that aero package isn't as good as what you started with? Jamie McMurray up there, and you pointed out early on what a great job he does on these restrictor plate tracks.
Yeah, he is so good. He's just got a knack for it. He knows where to be and how to pick a partner. He's really good at this style of racing. He's got a good partner now with Kurt Busch behind him.
51 car in his last drive for James Finch's Phoenix Racing. Finch, a former winner here in the Sprint Cup Series with Brad Keselowski driving. And Kurt always near the front in these drafting races, but never taking home the trophy. A lot of second place finishes. And I mean a lot of second place finishes for Kurt at Daytona and Talladega.
Yeah, it's hard to believe that he hasn't won one.
Casey Mears in that 13, been up front a lot in this last 100 miles of the race. There's your championship leader, Brad Keselowski, in the 2, in the thick of this pack.
See Gordon and Casey Kane trying to make that third lane work. We haven't really seen anybody go to the front, but these two are hooked up right now. I'm not sure how long they can stay like this, but they're going to the lead.
At 5, pushing some water there, starting to overheat.
It's getting just about to that time. I'm not sure that the 5 is clear of the 1 so they can get down. Now he's got to get out and breathe. Well, this is going to leave Jeff Gordon hanging out, though.
Ooh.
Yeah, you can see Casey let up just a little bit there to try to get back with Gordon, but he needed to breathe his car. McMurray leads once again.
Okay, see, Casey had to get completely out of the throttle in that 5 car. Try to get it cooled down.
And we talked about, don't know how you think about points in the middle of the Talladega race, but the worst thing Casey Kane could do, you know, if you get caught up in a wreck, that's circumstances. If you just keep pushing and pushing and pushing and overheat your engine and make it fail, now you've really put yourself out of the championship or put a hurting on your title hopes.
Yeah, and you know, you say, can you think about points? Well, at this point in time during the race, yeah, up to lap 150 or so, you can make decisions that will keep you involved in this race. Now, the last 20 laps of this race, if you're thinking about points, you're probably not going to be a factor in determining who's going to win this race, if that's your thoughts.
Logano still doing a great job keeping that car up front. I tell you, probably his biggest cheerleader's got to be Trevor Bayne, who's in that, would be the person in the lucky dog position if the caution would come out with Logano just in front of the leader. That's changing just by the second here as they run.
The leader is Jamie McMurray, one of 13 drivers that have been out in front in this race, but still a long way to go at Talladega. Telecast today presented by Pennzoil. The lead draft at Talladega, led by Jamie McMurray as we close in on halfway in today's Good Sam 500. We take an inside look and get unlimited access to the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series, brought to you by the NASCAR Sprint Cup mobile app and truly unlimited data on the Sprint Network. Kurt Busch started in 29th position in James Finch's 51 car. He's running second. Biggest mover in the race so far. Get unlimited access to NASCAR with live in-car audio and real-time stats on the NASCAR Sprint Cup mobile app. Only from Sprint. Get the app and Sprint's truly unlimited data plan at sprint.com/speed. Kurt trying to move up another spot as he gets to the inside of Jamie McMurray. McMurray's got some drafting help in the form of the championship leader, Brad Keselowski, and Kyle Busch, who's trying to get back on the lead lap after a speeding penalty on green flag pit stops a minute ago.
Like Keselowski got his hands full there with that push from Kyle Busch.
Boy, he sure did. He was all over his bumper trying to make that happen. Jamie McMurray made a choice right there to move up. He could see that group coming, made the right choice to keep the lead.
See some slower traffic ahead at the bottom of the racetrack that the leaders will have to overtake.
Well, that always becomes a difficult situation because after those first 2 or 3 rows, those drivers really can't see those cars up there, and things start happening in a hurry, especially as you're 2 and 3 wide coming up on them.
One of those cars, Carl Edwards, damaged in a crash. The only caution of the race back at lap 17. He, Cole Witt, Joey Logano damaged. Witt retiring from the race. The other two have continued.
Kurt Busch able to go to the lead now with the help of Matt Kenseth pushing him there.
Castle, Michael McDowell, Dave Blaney, 36. He was up at the front of the pack, as high as 3rd earlier in the race.
Well, you see Kyle Busch get boxed in right there.
Yeah, some reason the lap cars split. Instead of staying in that lane with the other cars being overtaken, McDowell went to the top side to give the leaders the bottom.
Yeah, this is really dicey here right now. Not a situation, especially as a championship contender, you want to put yourself in.
I'm not sure that was a good move by McDowell to move up in front of those cars. Everybody was actually doing pretty well. Going to be able to pass them on the outside. Just really did jumble up the field.
21 Trevor Bayne, 88 Dale Earnhardt Jr. Speeding penalties on the green flag pit stops. They're also a lap down. And Brad Keselowski kind of hung on a line there, losing spots in the 2.
McMurray got shoved out of line, or actually went down below the yellow line. Now, he can do that if he does not advance his position. He was momentarily completely below that.
Well, I watched Kyle Busch there, and then watching him. He got boxed in, and now he's made his way back towards the front of this pack.
You can see right there where McMurray got shoved down to the bottom. I think you'll see no call on that.
Plenty of high-speed tension at Talladega. Just the one caution so far in the race. Kurt Busch is the race leader at the world's fastest speedway.
We all want a piece of that genie in a bottle. That's what you need at Talladega.
They are going so fast at this racetrack.
Oh, trouble.
Yep, there we go. Carl Edwards.
Everybody wants to win, but what you really got to do is survive.
Talladega, From our aerial coverage today, provided by Goodyear, from pit lane to victory lane, every NASCAR driver counts on Goodyear tires. Goodyear, the official tire of NASCAR. Kurt Busch back to the lead as we check and see how our drivers are doing in AT&T's fastest driver challenge of the top 4 qualifiers. Casey Kane closest to the front, running in 5th position. Remember to text FAST to 34763 to play AT&T's Fastest Driver Challenge, or visit AT&TFastestDriver.com. You could have a chance to win 4 Gs just by playing. How long will Kurt Busch be able to stay at the front? Jeff Burton, 31 car. Outside lane, picking up some drafting help from guys trying to get back onto the lead lap. Trevor Bayne, 21. Dale Earnhardt Jr., 88.